Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again with another Into the Emerald Dream card review. We have the final Paladin cards, including the Wild God that can do a pretty crazy thing. I feel like in Wild it could be like super degen, although it's probably too expensive for Wild. We got some cool stuff to talk about. You want to win these cards? We have a giveaway going on for 2 regular pre-orders, 2 mega bundles out of my pocket to enter the giveaway. Like and comment in the video, link down in the description below, the one with that thumbnail over there. Be subscribed to the channel. Every 1,000 subs we get until all the cards are revealed, I will add another mega bundle. So hit that sub button, make me go baroque. So starting off here, we have a brand new spell called the Mark of Ursul. Again, I am not good at these pronunciations. It's a 2-mana epic spell that's very flexible. That says choose a minion. If it's an enemy, set its stats to a 1/1. If it's friendly, set its stats to 3/3 instead. So we've seen these effects a ton in Paladin, where you can like basically, you know, a quality effect type, humility type of effect on a minion, or you have like the Great Hall, I think location it was called, could change your stuff to a 3/3, Keeper of Oldamon 3/3. So you're kind of got all in one card here, which is pretty cool. You got a 1/1 token on the board, all of a sudden it becomes a 3/3, or just basically any giant minion can become something pretty small, unless it's got elusive. I'm talking about you, Unkiliax, at least for now. We'll see. We don't know that balance patch yet, but yeah, really flexible card. These type of cards actually haven't seen a ton of play in Paladin lately. Like the buff isn't quite enough for your minion to probably feel worth it in today's game. And the 1/1 is probably the best part of it. Being able to just kind of neutralize a threat could be really powerful. So it's kind of a niche card. It depends on what deck it would slot into, whether it's your Infinite Dragons or whatever you got going on. I'm not entirely sold. Again, it just, these type of cards, unless it finds that real perfect spot in your deck, doesn't, you know, typically see a lot, and doesn't even have the Lanessus synergy, because double casting this doesn't really do anything. So I'll give it a 2 out of 5 in standard, a 1 in Wild, because like it just no way in Wild, because like it's too slow of a buff, way too slow of a debuff, like you just don't care. But this is absolutely a card that in that right deck with the right type of setup, yeah, you like to play it, you like to run it. It's definitely a bit more narrow, but yeah, that's typically what epic cards are, and I think that's perfectly fine. We'll see if it pops up throughout the year. I mean, it's got 2 years in standard. It'll probably pop up in a deck over some period of time. We have a brand new weapon that's just really good. It's a really good weapon. The Ursine Maul, Ursine. Oh, again, I don't know. I just don't know. It's a 4-mana 4/2 weapon, so it's true silver, but instead of healing your hero, you get something a little bit better. After your hero attacks, draw your highest cost card. It's like a Polkelt type of effect, right? You get that most expensive card, which could often be a Ceaseless Expanse. If it's in your deck, 100 mana, you're guaranteed to draw that out. Could be the Wild God we take a look at later, or just some other like bigger card you're looking for, and you can draw 2, right? You attack twice, you get both of them, or you upgrade the weapon, you can get even more. Just solid 4 mana, deal 8, draw 2 cards, specific cards you could potentially build around. Seems like a really nice card for a lot of deck. Maybe Pipsy comes back. You could tutor your Pipsy specifically. Could be quite nice, although you really want to run on Kill It. There's that Ziliax card again. It's always comes up with everything, right? So I don't know. We'll see what that balance patch is going to look like, but really good card. I see this thing play in any deck really. Paladin could absolutely use this. I don't know if it's a 5-star card, but at least it's a 4 mana, 4 attack weapon. I'll give it a 4, right? We'll use that brilliant logic that makes no sense, but it's close. Like Paladin is getting a really, really strong set in my opinion. And yeah, this is a card absolutely look out for. One of those high cost cards could be this brand new nature spell for Paladin. I like nature coming to like all these different classes now. The Renewing Flames, a 7 mana lifesteal spell, deal 5 damage to the lowest health enemy twice. So this is 7 mana, deal 10, whether it's split over 2 things or hitting the same thing twice. Plus this heals you, right? Unless there's a divine shield out there, or I guess your hero's already at full, that's quite the swing. You could be dealing lethal damage while healing, which doesn't really make a difference if you're killing them. Why do I care about healing? I guess it's good BM. That's good BM. But yeah, it could be removing 2 threats, healing for 10. That's a lot of healing. That could be potential pretty good removal. The issue with the card, 7 mana. And again, if it just kills 2 1/1s, maybe that's not good enough, but I am healing for 10. Again, that is absolutely nothing to scoff at. It's just very expensive. The next card will probably make it a lot more viable if that combo works out, but I'm not sure. But that much healing, I will never rate lower than a 3. That much healing plus potential damage, because again, this can go face, and as we'll see in footage we'll take a look at in a second, if there's a 5 health minion and then the enemy hero, it will hit the minion, kill it, and then go face. So it will break up in that regard. I will give this a 3 in standard and a 2 in wild, where this would be way too slow. But yeah, look out. This is a really, like, that health swing could be quite insane. And then, well, what does it work really well with? Well, we have Ursol, the wild god for Paladin. It is an 8 mana, 9/7. That is what, major domo in stats, I think. I could be wrong. Anyways, it has Battle Cry. Cast the highest cost spell from your hand as an aura that lasts 3 turns. So basically that last spell, if it's, you know, in my hand, it's the highest cost 1, I will cast it as an aura, not as a spell. What does that mean? Well, we got footage right here.
Rise, and let balance be restored.
So as you can see, it turned the spell into an aura that for 3 turns is going to deal 5 damage to the lowest health enemy twice. So that's what, 10, 20? That's 30 damage, 30 healing potentially. That's a pretty insane combo. And I guess with any spell that's like not specifically targeting, this gets a lot worse, because let's just say, for example, Lay on Hands. If you played Lay on Hands with this, it could heal your opponent, overdraw you a bunch, right? Like, it's gonna be kind of random. But with a targeted spell like this, or like, I don't know, in Wild, like Avenging Wrath, it is specifically going to target enemies, which could be really solid. And I just think about Wild and how much of a degen Mark is going to be, because you know Mark is going to do this, because this is what Mark does. He's going to cast Timeout, and he's going to like find a way to make Ursol cast Timeout over and over and over and over, so you can never die. Like, if there's a way to infinitely loop this with Timeout, would be so gross. But yeah, it's very expensive, but the payoff also can be incredibly strong, in particular with the spell they're trying to brute force this with. Seems okay, but again, very expensive. If you don't have that card in hand, you're pretty sad, so you definitely want to attack with that weapon. Draw those 2 expensive cards. You can tutor exactly this combo if you want to build around it. So they're like literally brute forcing this to try and make it work. I don't know if it will, but it's got a shot. Especially with the 7 mana spell, healing for 10, 3 turns in a row while dealing 30 damage. Seems pretty good. It seems possible for an 8 mana card, at least in standard. I will give it a 3. I think it has a shot of being playable. It also has a cool signature, so there's that to boot. And in Wild, yeah, it's probably too expensive. Although you could like, Nozdormu, play that on like 3 or 4, and then play Ursol to follow, and then go Timeout and be gross. But other spells too. There's obviously other spells, but probably in Wild a little bit too slow. Although to the lines, or what, the 9 mana spell, you can try and aura that. That'd be so bad, but you can do it. It's possible. I'm sure. Like, I think Alticon revealed these cards. I'm sure he's got some spicy combos ready for this card. So shout out to Alticon, by the way, too. His first ever card reveal. Absolutely deserved. So there you go. Paladin got a really good set of cards, and a really fun set of cards. Like, these cards make me excited to play Paladin. So I'll definitely be trying out Theory Crafting, Early Access Brawl, and when the expansion goes live. I think that's it for today. We'll have reviews. I don't know if it's Warlock next, but for some stuff coming tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day, and stay salty, my friends.